Hello everyone, so today we're going to be doing a manga unhaul. I think I have a little bit over 80 volumes of manga I'm unhauling today. I haven't done one of these videos in a couple months, and I have some surprising volumes to show you, so let's just get started. So the first series I have to show you is Neko Gahara, so I have the entire series, volumes 1 through 5. I read volume 1 years ago, and I apparently created a false memory that I enjoyed this volume when I actually looked at my review after rereading it, and I didn't like it. But because I had created this false memory that I liked it, I bought the rest of the series thinking that I would keep reading it, and then I reread volume 1 and it wasn't good, so I'm not going to read these. So this was a waste of time and money over years. So that's interesting. Next up, I read this in February. This is The Way of the Househusband. So I have volumes 1 through 5. I enjoyed this, but I don't think I love it enough to keep it on my shelves. I don't think it's something I'm going to feel the need to pick up all the time or leave it on my shelves, basically. If I ever want to read this, I can always pick it up digitally from my library. So there's that one. Next, I have this collection of short stories. It's called Seven Little Sons of the Dragon. I've had this on my shelf for a while since it came out, and I've never once felt the need to pick it up. So this is something I'm trying to stop doing now, is to just pick up random things and not read them for years and then realize that I'm never going to read them, so I just get rid of them. So that's what this is. Yeah. So next I have number 6. I have all 9 volumes here in this plastic. You can tell I've had this for a really long time because it's still in plastic. I have read this. I enjoyed it, I think, when I read it, but I just don't think I'm ever going to reread it, so I don't want to keep it on my shelves just for it to be there. But yeah, I don't remember loving this or anything. I did enjoy it, but I don't think I need to keep it in my collection just because I enjoyed it at the time. Next is this giant thing. I recently mentioned that I tried to read this and I was instantly bored. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to keep it and maybe read it later after I've read some more Osamu Tezuka manga or any of it. But I just don't think I'm ever going to read this. I don't want to. If I want to read the biography of Osamu Tezuka, I'll just read it in a novel nonfiction format instead of this. So yeah. Next, I have some random Yuri manga that I've decided to get rid of. I have not read any of these, but I don't think I'm going to. Either I've heard very bad things, I've heard no things, or I've just completely lost interest. These are all from when I was just buying every single Yuri manga that 7 Seas put out. So I have a lot of them. Some of them are weird. So this is probably the least weird one. Probably. So I have Hungry for You, Endo, Yasuko Stalks the Night. This is a 2-volume vampire Yuri manga that I have kind of been interested in, but the reviews are so bad for this that I just don't think I'm ever going to read it. Then I have 3 random one-shots. So I have Mushroom Girls in Love. I think this is about literal mushrooms. So, you know, that's interesting. I have Even Eve. I think this is like a sci-fi short story collection. I don't think I'm ever gonna read this. I've had it since it came out. It's still in the plastic from when it came out, so I'm not gonna read this probably. And then I have Beauty and the Beast Girl, which is about a normal girl and a monster girl. And I have not read this one either, and I don't think I'm going to. So what I've learned throughout the years of my manga reading is that I just don't like one-shot or short story collection Yuri mangas. I'd rather just read a normal story and not like a short story or a one shot or anything like that. So that's why these are going. And next we're going back to manga I have read. So I have all 3 volumes of That Blue Sky Feeling. This is a BL manga that I enjoyed. There are some aspects I really did not like about this, but for the most part it's a cute, wholesome manga, but I don't think I'm ever going to reread it, so it's just taking up space on my shelves. I know lots of people do really like this manga, so I'm sure it will go to someone who actually wants it in their collection more than I do. So next, you're not going to be able to see these very well, and they're not in order, but I have all 13 volumes of My Love Story, except for volume 12, because I never even got volume 12, because it hasn't been reprinted in a while. But I read this recently. I was kind of disappointed in it, and so I definitely don't need to keep it on my shelves. But again, this manga is very popular, so I'm just going to move it along to someone who will appreciate it more than I do. Next, I have all 5 volumes of Summit of the Gods. This is one that I just felt like I was wasting my time with when I was reading it, and so I definitely don't need to leave it on my shelves to take up this much space. Even though this manga is very beloved, I did not love it. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it along to someone else. Lastly, everything else in this unhaul is from one series. I have had this series on my shelves since March of 2018. I have never once picked up a single volume of it. I've never tried to pick it up. So the manga is Case Closed. So I have volumes 1 through 25 of Case Closed. I picked all these up in an eBay lot in 2018, early 2018, and I never once read it. And I did have this on like one of my New Year's goals or whatever to read the series, but that's just because it had been on my TBR for so long that I felt like I was just wasting a ton of space and not reading it. And this is 75 volumes or something like that. I think it might be at 77 right now in English, which has never stopped me before because I really love long series. But I just don't think this is something I'm going to absolutely love. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. If I ever do try this, the volumes are available digitally from my library, and I can always buy the digital volumes myself if I actually like it that much. At this point, I don't think I'm ever actually even going to read it in the first place. So yeah, I don't need to keep this on my shelves any longer. I've accepted the fact that I'm just never going to read it, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave. I can't even fit them all there, but you get the point. So yeah, those are all the manga I'm unhauling this time. Let me know what you think of any of these manga or what manga you have recently unhauled in your collection. So yeah, some of these I'm going to sell, some of these I'm going to donate to my library probably, and then we'll see what happens with the rest of them. I might give them away to my friends or something. But that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!